Have you guys ever downloaded a mobile MMORPG, booted it up and excited to play, but then realized the game had autopath and auto combat, and immediately disgusted and uninstalled the game? And then you went to go download another one, but then you just realized that that's all mobile MMOs and it's just bad, and you're just like, well, guess I'm not going to be playing mobile MMOs. Well, I have a solution to that problem today. We're going to be playing an upcoming mobile MMORPG that has zero auto combat, zero auto pathing, and has a PC client. Granted, not out on global yet, but we're going to be testing it early today and showing you a really cool upcoming game that you're going to want to pay attention to. So let's jump straight into things today. So this is Crystals of Atlan. It's a 3D mobile MMORPG that is cross-platform with PC. Now, as you can see, it's not currently out in global, but we will be getting a global release date, hopefully sometime soon. But this game looks visually dope, it has good combat, and it ticks all the right boxes for a mobile MMO. So I know I usually cover more gacha-related stuff, but I do actually cover mobile games in general. It's just that usually most of the stuff that is in gacha is not things I really want to cover, but this kind of fits that box because if you guys don't know, I like MMORPGs a lot as well, and this game, I don't know, it's just visually kind of dope. So, like I said, this game isn't a gacha game, or at least I haven't found a gacha element to the game yet, but basically the way this works is it's like any traditional MMO, you pick your class, you jump into game, you play the game. That's it. Yeah, that's kind of how we're doing things. So let's just kind of show off some what this game's kind of about. So there's a ton, like too much stuff to do in this game. I'm still trying to figure things out. I've only recently just started playing. But let's jump into some combat, and I remember how to do that. I was going to jump into a story stage. Okay, yeah. Do keep in mind, any lag that you see in this video, or like frame drops, this is not indicative of what the game will be like when we eventually get on global. It's just that I'm connecting to this game from Australia to China, which I have an enormous amount of ping right now. So your mileage will be very different when you actually get access to the game and can start playing it yourself. It's not going to be actually like this normally, so just keep that in mind. But I'm very excited. Like, even though, yes, it's not in my native language, this game is actually like genuinely good. Oh no, this might be the gacha element I might have just unlocked. Okay, I might have spoken too soon. All right, it looks like this might be a companion gacha system. Or maybe not, maybe there's a different thing to this, but okay, that's kind of super cute. I'm still not seeing like a way to like summon them. So maybe they're just a thing we acquire somehow, I'm not too sure. But regardless, I don't mind me a good old pet system in a game. Alright, so let's jump in and I'm gonna run just a combat stage. I believe I can get to them like this, yeah. No, not that one, there was, nope, was it that? Sorry guys, it's just gonna take me a minute because I'm kind of like fumbling around trying to figure things out, just because like, it's very difficult to figure things out when it's not in your native language, especially with MMOs, because like there's so many buttons for so many different things, and you gotta kind of figure out what each thing kind of does. Whereas in gacha stuff, it's a little bit more simpler because, you know, everything just kind of, most games are very similar and they kind of just do the same kind of thing and you can kind of piece together. But with MMOs in particular, there's usually a lot more systems and a lot more complicated systems too. But anyways, all right, so this is going to be some combat. Let's jump into things, give it a bit of a showcase. Yet again, I really want to preface this, if you see any lag or anything like that in the video, not indicative of final release when we're going to get it on global, it's just because I'm connecting from a very unoptimal location to the game servers, so really keep that in mind when you see things. But for the most part, it's not actually that bad anyway, so it's fine. Oh, why do we have a... Oh, these are companion abilities, okay. Okay, that's kind of cute. Alright, well that's actually kind of like that. How do I switch to that? I need to figure out how to switch... Oh no, it's just a slot there, I see. But as you probably noticed, the graphics of this game are actually pretty good. I am just kind of skipping over all story at the moment because obviously I can't read or nor understand it. But for the most part, the game feels... The best way I can describe it, the game kind of feels like Genshin, a little bit faster, but if you took out the character switching, I suppose, is the best way to kind of explain it. But also, it's its own thing too. It's very different as well at the same time. But yeah, graphically this game looks really nice, and I'm super keen to play it. I really wish this was in English so I could like fully commit to playing this game, but I'm not fully kind of committing to playing it just yet, just because of the fact that it's not actually out globally yet. Okay, we get a little bit of a cheeky boss fight. I'm down for that. Let's go. So yeah, there's a little bit of lag on my end, so let's see how well we can do this. Okay. So if I press 5, I can use that ability. Oh wow, he kind of locks on there, okay. Okay, so one thing I've noticed with playing from a remote server distance like this, the dodging button doesn't always work. even when I have charges of it, just because of the fact that it's kind of a wee bit laggy. But for the most part, it's fine. So yeah, but as you can see, if you look in the bottom right where the dodge button is, you have 3 charges of your dodge, and then it has to kind of like recharge. So you can't just like endlessly spam your dodge, which I do like in these kind of games. I feel like it makes the combat a little bit more difficult, which is good. I'm getting my ass kicked right now. Alrighty, there we go. But yeah, that's kind of what combat is kind of like. I can't really show you guys endgame content, what it's like in this at the moment, because I haven't gotten into it myself yet. But obviously that's a very important thing usually for MMOs. Having good endgame content is the crux of what makes a good MMO bad or good. So I might try and see if I can play this game a bit more and try and get to endgame, and if I can, then I'll show that to you guys. If I don't, then we'll wait for launch of the game globally. Alright, so I got a bit of like a platforming thing here, which is pretty easy, I suppose. Oh, I see, so that raised it so I can get to... Oh, you just straight up die if you land in there, okay. So we need to go, I think, this way. Okay, that was laggy there. Alright. That just kind of ran me into the water. Alright, then we grab what? This one, is that going to lower it? Okay. Okay, so now we have to, what? Oh, it just lowered it completely, okay. Oh, I didn't even see that dude there. Okay, those guys explode. That's good to know. Easy done. Alright, so let's move on to the next part. Oh wow, okay, this space is actually bigger than I thought it was. Got some big groups of enemies here. Let's try and like AoE them down. Whoa, big damage, hell yeah, let's go. Hell yeah, oh dude, that feels so satisfying when that happens. You just get a big group of them and you just pop them like a blood bag. It's great. Alrighty, I'm assuming we're here to save. Yep, take as much. I'm smart, I understand video game objectives. Alright, let's keep going. So you kind of have like this like charged up mode kind of you can use, which will buff your damage output and stuff, and maybe I think increase your skill cooldowns or something, decrease them. I'm not too sure how that ability kind of works, if I'm being completely honest with you, but yeah, and yet again, I don't really know what any of these abilities do. I'm just, yet again, just pressing buttons because I can't read. That being said, the game is fun regardless, even though I can't read. And if the game, and that's the key thing here as well, guys. If the game is fun, even with the restriction of the debuff of me having not being able to read things, then I'd say that can be potentially a pretty good game. Now, granted, yet again, I'm very early on the game, so this is just like an early kind of impressions almost of the game. But hey, it's pretty fun, looks pretty good, has some decent combat. I need to see the specifics more of systems later on when it comes to global, so I can read, you know, itemization and all that kind of stuff, but so far, not a bad game by any stretch of the means. Alright, so we got, I think, like a final boss here or something of the stage, so let's kick this guy's ass and we'll keep moving on. Get a big explosion down. Okay, I'll have to look into the companion system for this game. I feel like there's going to be a lot of fun elements to this game. But I'm kind of keen to kind of play this when it eventually comes out, because dude, this game's actually kind of dope. Hey, wait, hey, chill, please. Big dick damage, let's go in. You also kind of have, when you get knocked down, you have this skill you can use to kind of like, you consume one of your dodges to get back into the fight faster. I just realized as well, I'm consuming too many of my dodges. Oh. My teammate killed him. Well, not teammate, like companion thing. Okay, that's funny. Alrighty, and that was combat in the game. It's actually really, really good. Crystals of Atlan is the name of the game, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that already. I might not have. Sorry if I didn't. It'll be in the title regardless, but yeah. So, let's just spend a little bit of time going over some of the menus now. And something to keep in mind as well, I might not necessarily have unlocked everything yet. If we go to combat skills, there's obviously the combat skills menu. Basically the way this works is you have a bunch of skills, you have your base class, and then 2 awakening class choices. You then come in here and you can basically upgrade skills, equip skills, and I believe there are also passive skills and non-passive skills. And then you would just come in here, say for example, I want to upgrade this skill, I can use these points, and I can come in here and I can slot the ability wherever I want to put it. Pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to do. In addition to that, we also have the equipment screen. Basically, you're going to have all your equipment here. There's quite a few different pieces you can equip. And green arrows, I believe it's one of those kind of games where the green arrows early on indicate an upgrade, but then later on you need to start paying attention to like passive stats and stuff like that. But overall, pretty good combat system. You then have I don't really know what this system is called, but it's one of those systems where like you slot upgrade kind of things into gear pieces. These are like, I'm assuming add like some kind of like modifier or something, and there's like a set bonus as well. Yet again, I can't read these things, so I can't confirm 100%, and I'm pretty certain that this is like a cosmetic screen, because there probably will likely be a cache up for that kind of stuff in this game. Alright, we then have like the companion screen, which you saw me unlock earlier on in the video. We can obviously level up our companions. I'm assuming if there is going to be a gacha system, it'll be something relating to the companion system, most likely. But let's just kind of like go through things. What does this do? Okay, so Fleet just takes me back to the main city, which, by the way, guys, this main city is absolutely stunning, if I'm being completely honest with you. It's a very nice looking place. We then have trades, so there's going to be, I think this is like an auction house? I don't know how these things work yet. I'm going to assume that these are actual players selling these based off the fact that there's such a varying amount of price. I like this kind of stuff in MMOs. Having an economy in a game is very important. We then have the consign. I don't really know what this is either, if I'm being completely honest. Maybe it's like some kind of way to... I couldn't tell you. I have no idea what that is. There's also like leaderboard systems for certain things. I don't know what any of these kind of things are. You have the achievement screen. That's pretty common in most games. The explore, which basically just is like your exploration log, getting different things. I don't know what this one is. I have no idea. Alright. A lot of these things I don't know what they're doing. You have your mail and like settings. Okay. So one of the things as well is you can view the map. There's a ton of different spaces. So the world map is, I did not want to actually click on that. Oops, my bad. Okay. So let's also go over the buttons up the top here. There's like, your different various banner things, recommended deals. I'm assuming that's what that is. These are the current events. So there'll be like a login event, another login event, something pertaining to, I think, like receiving a certain amount of a currency, whatever this is. I think this takes me to the companion screen. This is like the companion gacha. I don't think I've unlocked it. Oh, maybe not. I'm honestly not sure. There seems to be some kind of PvP here. I'm not really too sure what that pertains to. And then we have, whatever this is. I don't know. Some of these things I really don't know what they are. There's then the actual login thing itself. So there's like different things we can complete. I believe these are like level accounts, and then these are like daily playtime milestones. So I think it's like play for 20 minutes, get these rewards in total. And then whatever that is. So that's what I'm saying. A lot of things I just kind of haven't really figured out yet what they kind of do. This is the cash shop. In terms of things you can buy, I don't know whether it's pay to win or not. I don't know what any of these items do. It could very well be very pay to win. I have no idea. This is something we'll have to see when it comes to global. Something to keep in mind as well, occasionally games that are like Chinese or like Korean or those kind of ones usually can be more pay to win sometimes than the global counterpart we get. And that's mainly just because those countries are usually more okay with the pay to win mechanics, a little bit more in some cases. They just, it's more, I don't know, accepted, I suppose. Whereas over here in the West, we're a lot more against it, I suppose, the best way of putting it. It's not to say people in those countries don't like it necessarily either, but a lot of them are a bit more okay with it for whatever reason. That's why some Korean games are like absurdly pay to win, and some people, they're very popular in those countries. Okay, but yeah, that's essentially the game. I just want to do a quick little showcase of it, and it's pretty cool. I think this game has a lot of potential. We'll see how it ends up turning out though in the future. So anyways, guys, hopefully you all enjoyed today's video. I'll see you guys another time. Bye, guys.
After all, Elio didn't put it in the script. Why would it matter?
Well,